Today I'm going to be learning more about Norway and in particular Norwegian people. This is typical Norwegians, funny things about people in Norway. So yeah, you can tell me if you relate to any of these being Norwegian. These are funny things about people in Norway. So tell me if any of these things are things that you do or yeah, again, you relate to. Let's watch.
Hi YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, some of the things that Norwegian people do. I am Norwegian, I'm living in Italy now for a while, and we Norwegians, we do quite a lot of strange things actually. So if you are Norwegian, don't get offended by any of these kind of things I'm telling. It's only things that we tend to do in our everyday life. In this video, I'm wearing my Norwegian sweater. It's called Mariusgenser. Almost all the Norwegians got this sweater. It's quite funny. This sweater was used by this skier called Marius. Become really famous, and everyone in Norway own one sweater like this. Maybe not exactly this pattern, but we have many different kinds.
I like it. I think that's a cool sweater.
Part of Norway you are from, and everyone is having one of these sweaters at home, and you're wearing this one in the winter or when you're out skiing or when you're watching skiing on the television.
Yeah, tell me if you have one of those sweaters, what does yours look like, what colours?
Which comes to that the Norwegian people love skiing. In general, we are like born with skis on our legs. Since we are really small kids, maybe 3 years old, our parents put on the skis on our legs. If we are not going on the skis, we like to watch skiing. And we are watching the skiing inside our home. We are sitting there in our sofa, having some snacks. We can watch hours and hours of skiing there in our Norwegian sweater, feeling really proud of athletics. And
yeah, so tell me if that's the case. I have heard on previous videos that almost everybody in Norway skis. Is that the case? Do you ski? When did you begin skiing? What age? Is it different for people who live in the cities like Oslo to people out in the outskirts or more remote areas? Are you less likely to ski if you live in the city, or does everybody ski? And do you like just sitting down and watching it on the TV? I like that passion for sports in Norway.
The skiing people. I'm not able to find the correct words actually. Is it called skiing people? I don't know. We have this saying in Norway, is no bad weather, only bad clothes. So Norwegian people tend to like go outside even if it's like a storm, and we are like, no, it's no bad weather today, it's only the bad clothes. And we are there and we're walking out in the pouring rain pretending like it's a fabulous day. We have a lot of snow in the winter. We would like to go swimming, you know, and we don't have the amazing weather in the summer. So why not go swimming in the snow? So Norwegians,
swimming in the snow?
We do, I really like it. We take off all our clothes. We go either naked or with the bathing suit. When it's coming like 2 meters of snow, we go out and we run out to the snow and we go swimming inside the snow.
Have you did that before?
Yeah, and this we do.
That
we go
sounds fun.
Swimming inside the snow, and then we run inside again and we take a hot shower. It is actually quite refreshing.
I would definitely like to try that.
You know, when I'm thinking about this stuff, I'm actually thinking that the Norwegian people are really strange. I am really strange. Who would go swimming in the snow in the winter, freezing? Another thing that we Norwegians do is that, actually my boyfriend told me this thing also. We don't say goodbye when we are somewhere. We are really shy people. We don't like to speak with strangers. We have this really big space, personal space, and we are really shy and we don't say goodbye. And this is quite strange. After I came to Italy, we are like always saying goodbye to every single person when we are going somewhere, always. But in Norway we don't do it. So for example, if I'm at the party, you know, we're there having a couple of drinks, we are maybe, I don't know, 20 people or something, and if I want to go home, I just go. I don't need to say goodbye to the other ones. I could say maybe goodbye to my best friend, but I just go. This is also really crazy. Oh my god. I'm not thinking about all this stuff before that we are doing all these strange things. No, and then suddenly, you know, someone could say, yeah, but where did Ida go? Where is she? Is she at the toilet? Or is she in the kitchen? Or what is she doing? And then I just went home, you know, without telling anyone what I did. And then maybe the morning after I get like a text or something on Facebook, and he asks, but where did you go yesterday? And I was like, no, I went home, I was tired, I didn't want anymore. Oh, okay, fine, you want to meet for a coffee today. Like, we don't say goodbye.
Is that normal?
Just go.
Do people not say goodbye in Norway?
You don't say anything. You just exit the door. Another thing we do when it comes to inside the home is that we always take off our shoes. So when we enter the home, we have this small room, and there you put off your jackets, and you also take off your shoes, and you also can take off your socks. So when you enter the home, you stay barefoot, or you stay with your socks, but never with your shoes inside. And I think there is also other countries doing this. But also when you're getting if you're having a dinner party at home, the guests have to take off their shoes also. So it's nice because we never have to clean so much often the floor, especially here in Italy. I feel like I'm cleaning the floor many times every week because we enter with the shoes inside the home. So we're taking off our shoes, we're going barefoot. Actually, last time I was home in Norway, there was one guy walking barefoot in the streets. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mentioned in previous videos that's very common here in Asia as well. No one wears shoes in the house, and I kind of, coming from the UK where people do, now I just never do. I think it's a lot cleaner to just take them off. But I learned recently that in Finland, people also go to the workplace sometimes and take their shoes off in the workplace when you go to your job. Is that the case in Norway also? Has there ever been anybody go to work and take their shoes off there as well?
Something called Taco Friday. So every Friday, no matter what, you are having tacos with your family. If you go in a supermarket in Norway, you will see this big place. It's gonna be full of stuff for tacos that you can prepare. And we are doing this Norwegian style, not really Mexican style, but in every single Norwegian home on Friday evening around 7-8 o'clock, there is gonna be taco night with the family.
Is it every single home?
Watching X Factor or something like this going on the TV.
I think it seems quite fun to spend time with your family and all eat together like this, very communal.
Må du ta og spise da?
Nei takk.
Hvorfor ikke det? Er du ikke sulten?
Nei, det er ikke det. Jeg bare er ikke så glad i taco.
Is tacos, is it really that loved in Norway? Where did that originate from? I've asked that before, but how did tacos become so popular? And is it every single family? Do you always eat tacos on a Friday? I think tacos are great. I really enjoy eating them. I would like to eat them more often as well, but it's just interesting that in Norway that this Mexican food has become so popular and so commonly eaten.
I want to make a video with a recipe, not like my tiramisu though. And yeah, since I told that the Norwegians are really shy people, and we don't really like to speak to foreigners, or we don't really like to speak to other people at all. We have this thing about when we are going on the bus, we don't speak with anyone. We don't even, if the driver is like, ah, hi, good morning, we're like, we're just giving him the money, you know, and we're going without saying anything. Also, when we are waiting for the bus, we tend to stay one person here, one person there, one person there, and we have I don't know, 100 meters, and they're only standing 3 meters away from each other on a line. To not stay together like a ball of people. We don't like to stay with other people, zero. And then we were going on the bus, we are sitting down, and on the bus is always 2 and 2 seats together. And if there is someone sitting already on one of these couple spaces, we cannot sit down next to that person because this person have this handbag on the other chair, which means that this place is occupied because I don't want to sit next to another person. Wow. And then you have to go on the bus until you find a place where you can sit down and sit alone, because you also take your handbag and put on the side. I do. I always do put the handbag on my side. But if someone wants to sit, of course I take it on my lap. And then you have this big social problem about what to do when you're taking the bag and you have to take it on your lap and you have a person sitting next to you. Because if I'm sitting in the window, quite close to the window, and the other person is sitting close to the door, and I have to exit the bus, we have this crazy body language about telling I'm going to exit the bus without telling the other person I'm going to exit the bus on the next stop. So you sit there and first you're starting with your bag, getting stuff inside, getting ready, and you're waiting, and then maybe you're looking a bit, to the side. And then if this guy is not moving or anything, you start to feel a bit of panic. And then you're sitting there
So
and you're
anxiety,
preparing,
anxious.
to go off. And then you start moving a bit to the side, stay a bit like this. And then the guy is understanding you're going off, and then he's not saying anything back to you. He's also preparing his bag a little bit to get ready to stand up so you can exit the bus. I know, we are crazy people. Why not only tell the other person I want to go off now the bus? Normally, people prefer to stand up than sit next to another person, actually, also. Yeah.
That seems like really like an introvert, like the extreme introvert's mindset. Such an anxiety-driven bus journey, thinking about this the whole way. Is there like a term for excuse me in Norwegian? Is that what people do? People use that to say to each other, like to get somewhere? What about on an aeroplane when you don't have any choice? You have to sit beside one person, potentially two people. Is that very stressful? But yeah, I thought I was like relatively introvert, but this is like another level actually. So stressful.
That's crazy. Another thing we do is that not a lot of people are stealing in Norway, and we are not having a lot of break-ins in houses and this stuff. So we tend to trust the other Norwegian people, and we tend to trust our friends a lot. So we have this thing called cabin, a hytte in Norway. This cabin is like an extra house, but it's an extra house without any electricity, any water. If you want to go to the toilet, you have to exit the cabin and go into the forest. We live like caimans, going back a lot of centuries. And this we tend to do every weekend. We go to this place, our second
Every
home,
weekend?
or
Nice.
like a mountain house, a forest house, caiman house, like.
Whoa. Is that like a very expensive version of it? That looks absolutely amazing. Like such nice little units, but the view and things like that, is that normal? Or is this a very expensive version? I like the idea of it, going every weekend to really connect with nature, to feel peaceful. I would love that way of life, man. That looks beautiful but unbelievable. Whoa.
And we go there and we have to get the water from the lake, and we are doing this living like the cavemen's weekend. And this place we normally like to also rent out to our friends for free. So if we want to stay home one weekend and they maybe want to go there, we say, okay, you can go in my cabin this weekend. I left the keys at the cabin. It's in the mailbox, or it's under the carpet.
So
You just
nice.
take the keys and feed yourself at home. You're not mentioning anything that they have to clean or anything. So you just leave your stuff to them, and you think that they're gonna say nice. We trust each other like this.
That's very
We
cool.
Norwegians don't drink any alcohol during the week. This is quite funny because so Monday to Thursday we are not drinking any alcohol, like 0, 0, 0. And from Friday to ending Saturday evening, like Sunday morning, we are drinking crazy a lot of alcohol. We are drinking so much. After coming to Italy, I realized how much we Norwegian Vikings are actually drinking alcohol. It's a lot. We have to go to this special shop to buy wine and higher alcohol, like vodka and this stuff. And this shop is like closing 6 o'clock in the weekdays, and on Saturday is closing really early. So for the weekends, people are going crazy buying alcohol, going party. going crazy, drinking so much. And on Sunday we are really sick from all the alcohol, and then we go to work on Monday and we don't drink for 1 week. And then we start again the next weekend. In Norway, I think in Scandinavia we have this other kind of tobacco. It's quite difficult to explain because it's this small like
Is it
glass
snus?
ring that you're putting
Snus?
up under your lip. Look, this picture is explaining a lot better for not smoking, and it's used by a lot of Norwegians. Almost everyone is using this, and you can also get like in the shape of a tea bag with the taste of mint and this stuff. But outside from Scandinavia, no one is using this tobacco, but in Norway it's super famous. We have the same face always for everything. If you meet like a Norwegian person one time, don't get worried if you think that the person is not caring about what you are saying or not caring about anything. Is because this person is gonna have the same face for everything. It's gonna stay like this. So you like the weather today? If you ask. Yes, we're not showing a lot of emotion. Maybe we care, but on our face, everything is gonna look the same. We don't have any lot of facial expressions.
That was interesting. Yeah, really cool, interesting things about the personality of people in Norway. I actually think it all seems relatively normal. Actually, I'm very similar to the personality of Scottish people as well. So tell me what you think about all the things mentioned in here. There was a lot of things she mentioned that everybody in Norway does. Are these all things that everybody does? Is there anything on there that you don't do? And tell me if there's any other interesting things to learn about people in Norway. Thanks.